Well, good afternoon, everybody. We finally made it in Missouri. We just dropped off Wesley and Daniel. They were hunting a block of land where Will, which is behind the camera, killed his last year. But anyway, he was going in the cove to hunt our normal spot. I say our spot, the spot we hunted last year. There's two boats at that spot, so we kind of had to come out. We didn't really have a backup plan because we really didn't think nobody would be there. But anyway, here we are at another block of land. We got a plan. There's a little CRP field. It's a south wind, so we're gonna go up here and loop way around it and come in and hunt the cove on the far side, which people probably have been coming into that cove, but the wind's not right to come in from that way. And we beached the boat here and there's a bunch of footprints, but nobody's here at the moment, as far as we know. And we're gonna go ahead and kill a big buck. So here we go. Good sign, buddy. Got a little poop in it. It's fairly fresh. Sure, leaves are falling like crazy with the wind, but it's pretty open. Good sign.
That's big roll.
Super fresh. Scrape right by it there. It's not very big, but it's a scrape. What do you think about this one right here? Alright. We didn't do as much walking or scouting as we anticipated. It's kind of one of those things where it's like the first day, do you want to scout or do you want to hunt? The day we chose to hunt, but we came in, we planned on circling this CRP field on top of this hill, but we ran into some decent sign and a really good trail on the downwind side of this CRP. And of course, you don't ever assume, but in a situation like this, a bigger deer would most likely circle the downwind side of the CRP and up against this water, and he could smell this whole block. So thinking as what a big buck would think. We got a trail that's perfect that one would come down. Big rub, big scrape right underneath us. So, I mean, if everything falls together, it's gonna work out great. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, we got the struggle stick, aka the recurve. So when you're using the recurve, you gotta think about your setups a little bit different than you would a compound. 40 yards to the compound is 20 yards to the recurve. So we gotta be right on top of the trails. So it just takes a little bit different of a mindset, which you always want the deer close, but you want them extra close in this scenario. In this case, we're probably too close. The trail's like 5 yards, but this is the only decent tree we had. So anyways, I'm gonna give myself one opportunity with this recurve. If I botch it, hit a bad shot, I'm gonna get my compound out and I'm not gonna waste the whole trip trying to shoot one with a recurve. I can do that at home. So let's hope I aim's true. We had a little bit of a rodeo this morning, but we're finally nestled in. Once again, we got beat out to our spot. They was pulling into the cove we wanted to go as we was, coming through. But anyway, we kind of came to the same block where we hunted yesterday afternoon. Just came in on the other side up this big long cove. It's really dry. I had to walk a long ways. And we had our eye on a little drainage off of this main cove. There just wasn't any tracks or really big crossing, so we kept trucking on the end of this long cove, and it thickens up and stuff, so it looks really good. It looks like they'll use it to cross. We end up hitting a beat down trail, just running parallel with these hardwoods on the left. So kind of hopped off here, walked up the center of this cove, just kind of climbed up in these trees right in the middle of it. Got a little rub right here next to us. So basically, more than anything this morning, it's just gonna be an observation sit. So you never know. I think we're in a good spot, but we have to fine tune it a little bit depending on what we see or don't see.
Holy crap, that's a big buck.
Wind's blowing straight to me. Storm. update. We saw a small 8 and a doe up on this ridge right here. And we was watching a doe for a while. She was just feeding. We saw a stud across this cove right here. The bad thing is our wind is being really weird. It's supposed to be blowing this way. It's kicking this way and it's kicking this way and not being steady. So we're coming further up the cove, get up past this trail with the wind's blowing that way, hoping we have a chance to catch something else crossing or coming down.
I can't believe she never heard us.
Still there?
Yeah. She didn't go far.
Ran off yet. Getting a little bit better, huh? We are back on land, about to strike in for the afternoon hunt. We're gonna go back to where we saw that big deer this morning. We ended up jumping down and just leaving after we saw him and blew him out of there because the wind was just being too squirrely. We knew it was kind of iffy to begin with, but since it was being inconsistent, it was just we needed to get down and leave before it blew everything out. But this afternoon, the wind has died down and shifted straight west, which is much better. Anyway, we're going to try to close the gap between the tree we were in to the trail that he crossed up against the hardwoods where we saw the smaller deer. So that's the plan. Hopefully we can find the perfect setup. I got the compound today, so I got a little bit more range. Of course, Will's always got his bow if he needed range, but either way, I just couldn't make myself carry it anymore. So anyway, we're gonna strike in and get in the tree. Right here you can shoot that trail crossing. Clear shot that way. You can shoot that way. You can probably squeeze one off that way.
Looks good to me. Solid deer. I thought he was gonna come right there here for a second. Down below that tree, step behind it. It would have been 20 yards easy. Yeah, I think the tree was 25. You ain't gotta shoot him. I just wanted you to really look at him. That's the same deer. It had to have been the same deer. Same place. Same trail. We'll probably be able to find him again later in the week. Ain't no sense in pushing it. He ended up turning around and coming back this morning. So, yeah, could go down that path. Come back that'll do it for the first full day in Missouri for us. We got really close to shooting a really solid 9-point. Kind of came in from behind us. Will was going to shoot him. No bueno. We ended up seeing another doe. Came down the same trail. So next time we get in here, won't be tomorrow, but the next time we get in here, we might hunt that trail and see if we can get that 9-point, because that's the second time we've seen him hit that trail. Didn't see any other deer other than the two we jumped coming in, but that'll do it for this video. Okay, we'll see y'all tomorrow.